All right, we're going to read lunch, and we're on Proverbs 15. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up displeasure. The tongue of the wise makes knowledge good, but the mouth of fools pours out foolishness. The eyes of Jehovah are in every place, watching the evil and the good. A healing tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it crushes the spirit. A fool despises his father's discipline, but he who heeds reproof is clever. The house of the righteous is a great treasure, but in the income of the wrong is trouble. The lips of the wise scatter knowledge, but the heart of fools is not so. The slaughtering of the wrong ones is an abomination to Jehovah, but the prayer of the straight is his delight. The way of the wrong one is an abomination to Jehovah, but he loves him who pursues righteousness. Discipline is grievous to him who forsakes the way. He who hates reproof dies. Sheol and destruction are before him. How much more the hearts of the sons of men? A scoffer does not love his reprover, nor does he go to the wise. A glad heart makes good a face, but by sorrow of heart the spirit is stricken. The heart of the understanding one seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on folly. All the day of the afflicted are evil, but gladness of heart is a continual feast. Better is a little with the fear of Jehovah than great treasure with trouble. Better is a meal of vegetables where love is than a fatted calf with hatred. A man of wrath stirs up strife. Seriously? But he who is patient appeases strife. The way of a lazy one is like a hedge of thorns, but the way of the straight is a highway. A wise son makes a father glad, but a foolish man despises his mother. Folly is joy to one lacking heart, but a man of understanding walks straight. Without counsel, plans go wrong, but a great counselors they are established. And how good is a word spoken in its season! The path of life is upward for the wise. To turn away from Sheol below, Jehovah tears down the house of the proud, and he sets up the boundary of the widow. Evil thoughts are an abomination to Jehovah, but pleasant words are clean. He who is greedy for gain troubles his own house, but he who hates bribes lives. The heart of the righteous ponders how to answer, but the mouth of the wrong pours out evil. Jehovah is far from the wrong ones, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart. A good report gives marrow to the bones. An ear that hears the reproof of life does well among the wise. He who ignores discipline hates himself, but he who listens to reproof gets understanding. The fear of Jehovah is the discipline of wisdom, and before esteem is humility. To man belongs the preparations of the heart, but from Jehovah is the answer of the tongue. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but Jehovah weighs the spirits. Commit your works to Jehovah, and your plans shall be established. Jehovah has made all for his purpose, and also the wrong for the day of evil. Everyone proud in heart is an abomination to Jehovah. Hand to hand he goes not unpunished. By loving commitment and truth, crookedness is pardoned, and in the fear of Jehovah one turns away from evil. When a man's ways please Jehovah, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Better is a little with righteousness than a large income without right ruling. A man's heart plans his way, but Jehovah establishes his steps. An oath is on the lips of the sovereign. In right ruling his mouth trespasses not. A right scale and balances are of Jehovah. All the weights in the bag are his work. It is an abomination for sovereigns to commit wrongness. For a throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of sovereigns, and they love him who speaks what is straight. The sovereign's wrath is a messenger of death, but a wise man appeases it. In the light of a sovereign's face is life, and his delight is like a cloud of the latter rain. How much better it is to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding is preferable to silver. The highway of the straight is to turn away from evil. He who guards his life watches over his way. Before destruction comes pride, and before a fall a haughty spirit. Better to be lowly in spirit with the poor than to divide the spoil with the proud. He who acts wisely concerning the word finds good, and blessed is he who trusts in Jehovah. The wise-hearted is called discerning, and sweetness of lips increases learning. Understanding is a fountain of life to him who has it, but the disciplining of fools is folly. The heart of the wise gives discretion to his mouth, and he increases learning to his lips. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweet to the being and healing to the bones. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. He who labors for himself, for his mouth drives him on. A man, a Belial, plots evil, and on his lips is like a burning fire. A perverse man sends forth strife, and a whisperer separates intimate friends. A ruthless man entices his neighbor, and leads him in a way that is not good. Winking with his eye to plot perversity, moving his lips he shall bring about evil. Gray hair is a crown of adorning. It is found in the way of righteousness. He who is patient is better than the mighty, and he who rules over his spirit than he who takes a city. The lot is cast into the lap, but every decision by it is from Jehovah.